is new tonight. Jackson City leaders held a community conversation on the growing issue of food desert. Mississippi consistently ranks among the least healthy states. Limited access to grocery stores is a major factor.
To poor health outcomes,
Concerns and poor
increased stress on families,
bad
and
decisions that create
fewer
a ripple
opportunities to maintain healthy lifestyles.
create a ripple effect through families and communities. Decisions that create a ripple effect through families.
To one less option for grocery shoppers in South Jackson. National chain Kroger is closing its Terry Road store. David Kinney is live with more on that. What is the deal, Dave?
This is just the beginning of the conversation.
The camera is rolling and sound, and I will say quiet on set.
You eat lunch today? No. Why?
You got so many good questions. Okay, so, or just in kind of just ask the class, like, food is more than nutrition. So based off our conversation, what else is food to y'all now?
Comfort.
It's comfort, yeah, good. Good things for our body. Lifestyle. A way to cope, yeah. Food is comfort. Food is part of our family. It's part of our memory. Like, I bake because it reminds me of my childhood. So food is more than just nutrition.
What is the deal, Dave?
Yeah, the last day customers can shop here at the Kroger store on Terry Road is going to be February 28th. That's when the company says they'll close their doors here. It's hard to believe. We got a bustling parking lot behind me and a gas station, and customers also just can't believe that they're shutting down this store when business appears to be going so good here.
Okay, that's a great question. A food desert is basically a place that has little access to fresh fruits and vegetables. Usually this place doesn't have a lot of grocery stores and things like that. And so what happens is that people who live in a food desert, they may have to pivot, and they may not have a diet that's high in fresh fruits and vegetables, but it may be higher in canned fruits and vegetables because that's what they have access to. Or it may be more of fast food. And so many communities, even in Jackson, have food deserts.
I couldn't pinpoint it to one thing. It's like a factor, a combination of very small things, like a handful of very small things adding up to one, in my opinion. The students usually are kind of bad sometimes, but it's understandable why they're bad. Like, they do things to, like, make up for the things they don't have. They make up, like, so if there's no food on the table at home, they're gonna go outside the house and then try to go find a way to get them some food for the family. But at the end of the day, they're kids, so like they can't get jobs, so how are they gonna go find food for their families? The things they do to go get food can be bad.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Like what?
We all know about the news. Some resort to robbing. Some kids resort to much more dangerous things than that to get what they want. So that's why I started to say like they're bad, but to me, no kids are bad. Like, they're just, what would I say? No one really pays attention to them. That's what I can say. The kids aren't really being paid attention to. And as a student in middle school out here, I definitely can say that. That's why we're here, so we prevent kids from going out to, like, you know, find food on their own, robbing, stealing, running the stores, running out with stuff. We try to prevent all of that. The number one biggest thing would be probably spend the money where they need to be spent it for us elected officials. Starts at home also with the kids. Definitely starts at home. So the parents need to be mindful, be more mindful of their kids, listen to them. And the kids also need to be respectful to their parents. So it's like, it's all a system, it's all connected in one. But those are about the three biggest things: funding, spending money where it's supposed to be spent. Parents pay attention more to their kids, and kids respect their parents more. That's what I can say for sure. I'm gonna show you. Some of the schools like we go to, they don't even have central heat or air. Some have air conditioners. Some have to open windows when it gets hot. And that makes it to, like, no one wants to be out of school uncomfortable. Kids already don't want to be there.
Any of the schools that the Stewpot students experience that?
Yes, sir. Jay, do you,
Yeah, people.
At People's? Yes, sir. When it gets hot, do you guys open the window?
Yeah, we don't have air, people.
You guys don't have air conditioning at People's? I don't think it's a good thing. And then we're always blaming kids, saying they're bad. See all the statistics in the news when they do the crazy things in Jackson, they say. But that's a factor for sure. That's definitely a factor. It's not a lot that we have, but everyone's so nice and willing to help each other for some reason. That's perfect time.
That was perfect timing. Everyone's so nice.
And willing to help each other. A lot of Southern hospitality, as you will say. And the people coming from here.
So how many folks are we picking up here?
We're picking up one, Chloe.
Oh, Chloe, okay.
Yes, sir.
Actually, it's a pretty close bond that I got with it, because it's like, so last year during the summer we was working on the garden in the first place. We was like getting all the stuff together, and we was like planting all the plants and stuff like that. And we were just like, the whole summer we were just really focused on the garden. So I got kind of like a real good connection with the garden, like it would be my garden.
When our ancestors were enslaved, they had very limitations on like what they could grow and what they could eat. They could have this very small plot of land where they could grow food. So they did grow things like kale. People think that enslaved African Americans just ate scraps, but they also had gardens and they grew things like kale and collards. But they were only able to own one type of animal, and that was chicken. And so because they had the liberty to own and grow their own chicken, that became a huge part of our food culture. And you said watermelon, and that also has a deep history with our culture. It's not just by coincidence that these foods are part of our culture. So watermelon actually originates in West Africa too. And so during the time where enslaved Africans were forcibly removed from Africa and brought to the United States, they also brought certain foods, watermelon being one of them. And after Black people were free, they used to like make postcards and stuff mocking Black people for eating watermelon. And they would depict us as lazy and dirty eating watermelon. And white people did that to make fun of Black people, basically. It wasn't right and it wasn't true. But they did it because they were mad that we were free. And so they used watermelon as a way to kind of like shame us. However, I don't see watermelon as an indicator of shame. I see it as a symbolism of our freedom, because watermelon was what a lot of Black people grew and sold when they were free. That was how they became entrepreneurs. They grew and sold food, and watermelon was one of those produce that they sold a lot of. And so to me, watermelon is also symbolic of our freedom. So.
One question. What about chitlins?
I've been to a lot of places, like I said, LA, Nashville, out of the country. Like I studied abroad, but I think some of the coolest people I've met in my life are here. So. Gardening has so many other benefits beyond nutritious food. Have y'all heard the phrase, go touch some grass? Even though you're not touching grass in a garden, you're touching soil. And there's something, and it's still science, but it's something unscientific too about like just being outside and putting your hand in dirt and soil. Like that can be good for your mental health and your just overall well-being. So that's one layer of it. Two, it could be a way for you to increase access to food. Once again, as I mentioned, some grocery stores may not have certain foods. Or if you live in a food desert where there's not a lot of grocery stores, this can help bring foods to you by having this garden. So a lot of community gardens exist in places where there are food deserts so people can have greater access to fresh fruits and vegetables.
And this is the grocery store. I could take a drive in the parking lot. Yes, sir.
Hey, you want to drive like straight this
yes,
way?
Sir.
I'll like get a little shot of it.
Yes, sir.
Was that a good grocery store?
Yes, sir. It was pretty decent for what it was. Now we don't have anything over here.
So where's the next
Walmart.
spot? Okay.
Walmart. Is where things start to look a little better in here.
Yeah, that was a very dramatic difference, like going up right through campus.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is Blackburn connected to JSU?
They have their own community garden up here.
They do?
Yes, sir.
Blackburn.
Yes, that's on the right-hand side right here.
JSU Blackburn Middle School.
Learning garden.
Okay, that would keep animals out.
Yes, sir.
You got like a greenhouse?
Right, the greenhouse is nice. If we wanted competition, I would say the first thing we do, we have a lot of like wild animals out here, so we don't want them getting into our garden. So probably making a perimeter, probably with barbed wire, but then we work with kids, so that's another challenge we have to really think about, because we work with kids, so we can't set out barbed wire. But something to deter animals from coming to steal our fruits and vegetables.
Does that happen?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
Did they climb over the fence?
Climb right over the fence, take everything we grew.
What kind of animals is it?
Raccoons, possums. You might find a rabbit. Yes, sir. That is our biggest problem, is water. When we do have our garden up and going, we have to carry water from our building, which is probably like, maybe say 100 yards from the garden. So we have to carry buckets of water, which is another challenge. Carrying the water to the garden, heavy buckets. One way I can say we can combat that is probably like a water tank, or like, you know how they power wash cars, JJ?
Yeah.
But the water, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a water tank. Maybe we have a water tank, and then when that depletes, just have the truck come back out, fill it back up. Move something closer, so we can water our garden, or we can do a self-irrigation system.
What does that mean?
The plants water themselves.
Like kind of like the plastic jugs?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's definitely been fun. It's like fun, eye-opening.
In what way?
Eye-opening as in seeing like what the problem is, and I like solving problems. So figuring out my own ways of how I can help the community become a better place for everybody.
And so this project
Has definitely
provided some like moments like
some
that?
insight, yes, sir.
Oh yeah, what were some of those insights?
Speaking about the food deserts, really just paying attention to where we're living at. Just paying attention more. Yeah, it created an opportunity for us to voice our opinion, to express our opinion, so we can get it out there to like the world, so they can understand what we're going through. It's not a bad place though. I want people to just think Jackson is a bad place. A lot of great resilient people come from here. A lot of great people, so. Some of the parents of the students don't have vehicles to get them to Stewpot or even school sometime. So yes, sir. Yeah, transportation data plays a very important role. And this is Stewpot, our safe haven.